So we're delighted to be able to sponsor and support the International Investment Middle East Forum for 2019. Fairway Group's been involved in the Middle East for many, many years now. We see that there's an incredible opportunity there. It's one of the most exciting emerging markets, and we've created some excellent relationships across the width and depth of the region, and we see incredible opportunities. It's an excellent hub, not just for the broader GCC region, but it then leads to the other continents as well.
Amongst the Crown dependencies, Jersey's taken a slightly different view on the difference between pensions and savings. Our sort of legal structure historically has sort of recognised pensions as pensions, and to sort of de-jargon slightly, because we're going to be talking about international savings and defined contributions pensions. Legally in Jersey we define the difference between a pension and a savings plan, so an IPP and an ISP. Being, if it's a pension, the structure must have a date before which you're precluded from taking benefits, as in there is what we would call a normal retirement age or a normal retirement date. Whereas an ISP, an international savings plan, quite simply, even if it looks, feels, smells and tastes just exactly the same, the key difference between the two is you can have your money at any stage. There is no NRD as such. Fundamentally, I think regulation is a positive thing, just from what Walter said earlier. It is about the customer, the client. But I think regulation is a leveler, and it gives a rule set that will level the playing field. And I think, having been relatively new to this jurisdiction for the last, not as a business, but for what we're now doing down here over the last 2 or 3 years, it's been interesting to come into a jurisdiction that is finding its feet in terms of the regulation. And I think seeing the discrepancy in the regulatory arbitrage that's been going on in this region, it's good to see, and it's really positive that they're actually levelling the playing field and actually finding rule sets that are fit for purpose. And a point that Phil just made there, as providers, we need to ensure that our products are adaptive and our technology is first class, so we can do that. I don't think we're under any illusion that the regulation here in the region, it is, as it becomes fresh out of the box, it's not going to be perfect. I don't think there's any regulation that's perfect. But as the regulation matures, what you'll find is that the product providers that are trying to service this market and the advisors that are in it, we need to ensure that our products are adaptive, and the legal structures that we use and that we promote move with that regulation. And to a certain extent, coming from Channel Islands, we've been in a regulatory environment for a long time, and I do believe, coming relatively new to the market, we can bring some significant expertise, having worked in a very strict and mature regulatory environment.